The mythology, vigilance, wonder, and happiness. These four things have to be understood first before entering into the subject of the universal body. Happiness is very strange thing. It doesn't have any measurement. Some people feel happiness living in misery, like living naked, walking bare feet, eating tasteless food. Even some people see happiness in suicide too. Most of the suicidal people want to leave their trace of remembrance into the memory of the people around. They want to live in the memory of the people. They want people repented and dejected after their suicide. All these wants are want of happiness. No one wants to die permanently. Tracing after the happiness, the man has reached to the mythological belief. Man wants desirable changings. The changing is basic requirement to live in happiness, but it must be desirable, which is not possible always. So misery comes up. An ordinary person cannot be stable. Mind is flowing and body is shaking continuously. And that keeps the human mind falsely happy. Each transformation, desirable or undesirable, gives wonder and thrill to the man. Tracing after this wonder and thrill, the man reaches to the mythological belief. The human being becomes helpless, coming to a specific point of vision. This helplessness leads the human being to the mythological belief. But myth is not only myth, it has reality too. Because each wonder before it comes up as true, it was myth only. Traveling in the aeroplane was myth only before 1,000 years ago. Conversation between two persons sitting in different countries was myth only before 1,000 years. But now science has proved them as true. The wanting of desirable changing compels the human mind to be observative. This observation, the vigilance, causes for wonder, and the wonder is the mother of mythological belief. A mythical belief can give great release to a man if he believes faithfully. At last, what is the meaning of life? Happiness or something else? Money doesn't concern much with happiness. If one all surveys, he can see the people having faith in religion are happier and they die happily too than other people faithless. But the modern education and science make the people faithless. Happiness doesn't concern much with truth or untruth as well, but of course with the situation of mind and body sensation. For an example, one man supposed a snake into a string. Of course, it is totally fake, but the fear would be real, the sensation and situation of mind would be real. If he might die, the death would be real. Likewise, another person supposed a god into imagination. Indeed, it is fake, but the feeling would be real, the sensation and situation of mind would be real. If he might enlighten, the enlightenment would be real. This explanation concerns to generate faith into listeners and readers. Coming on the point of view, generally we differentiate between I and my, but truth remains deeper. The I and my are not different things. When feeling of I spreads, it seems to appear as feeling of my. The sense of I prevails everywhere. That's why we cannot find the I anywhere. But we can see whatever is mine. My head, my chest, my hands, my family, my city, my nation, earth, and so on. We can feel sense of I, but cannot find I anywhere. And reverse, we cannot feel sense of you, but we can find you everywhere. This very strange controversy is the main reason for the misery. This is how we cannot feel others' misery or happiness, and same way others don't feel ours. And in result, we cause for misery of others, and same way the others cause misery for ours. We see our body is a house of countless germs, and they are crawling on our body too. If some of the germs crawling on our body are brought up to the large, they might assume a form of human figure. As good as our body is a house of sense of I and germs moving inside and outside of our bodies, including sense of I, are also moving into the society with our near and dear germs having human figure. In other words, as we are creatures being a home of countless germs, the same way our society is a big creature being a home of countless humans. To see this thing, one has to minimize the live society and observe it. Amazingly, one can see the society as a living shell. And likewise, our society is crawling in the city into the nation, and the nation is crawling on the earth. And the earth is probably crawling in a gigantic cosmic body, which might be shaped in an approximately human figure. This, which I am going to prove logically and scientifically, is not my saying only, but it is a mythological belief too. If one contemplate on this phenomena of the cosmic body, a thrilling of sensation would be passed throughout the body. An effortless meditation and contemplation will lead the feeling of I to the final wonder, where that feeling of I itself becomes that cosmic celestial body. I love my head, my chest, my hands, because for not they are mine, but they have my sense of I. Likewise, I love my family, my society, my city, my nation, my earth, because for not they are mine, but they have my sense of I. You are and I are not different. You and I are not different things. The all, including the cosmic body, have a single sense of I. If one attaches with something living or dead, gradually that thing keeps becoming an organ of that person. If I love deeply to my watch, the watch will be an organ of my body. In some specific cases, such attachment becomes a heart of the life holder. In result, the life holder gets his heart failed, having the object of attachment broken. I would illustrate a small true incident of my society. Earlier, there were twin brothers having more than 75% similarities. They used to live in same lifestyle. They would always accompany each other, keeping their choices same. They both were very close with each other. Once what happened? One of both became ill and died. Now, as soon as the message reached to other one, he also died on the spot. Shocking all. Here the thing to understand is they both had not different feeling of my. And when the feeling of my gets mingled, then the feeling of I gets mingled too. Now, one of the brothers can be replaced by anything. He may be a society, a city, a nation, or he may be the cosmic body too. If one practices to love everything living or dead, he gets his sense of I enlarged, and slowly it reaches to the cosmic body. Then one can exclaim, then one can utter the words, I am everywhere. A human body is very close to this universal body because human mind only can think about the universal body. Rest of the livings should be byproducts of the process towards the human figure. From an atom to the universal body, there is no lack of life anywhere. Each life holder lives on other life holder. Germs living on beak of mosquito don't know on whose body they are living. And the mosquitoes also cannot see the huge human body. Likewise, human eyes cannot see or feel the society, the nation, the earth, or the universal body as a gigantic body. All the universe and in all the universe, each and everything is keen to swallow other, to get more mass, to be more massive. The all something is being gulped by the nothing, and whatever the something is engulfing the other something. Pepsi and Coca-Cola are eager to engulf each other. Pepsodent and Colgate are eager to engulf each other. This can be seen in religions too. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and so on are eager to swallow one another. Hinduism is keen to swallow Buddhism and Jainism. The Jainism and Buddhism also want the same thing. The world is full of diversity. Each two here wants to mingle in one. Why everybody here wants to color others in his own color? Of course, because of the omnipresent oneness. One human body is the subtle projection of that cosmic oneness. And our outer world is the gross projection of our human body. An urge to mingle or gets mingled in one, the urge to be more and more massive, the urge to be bigger and bigger one is basically the urge of the cosmic body. But this cosmic body doesn't concern much with the salvation or eternal happiness, as it is also suffering with craving and aversion, same as the human. Seeking into the body, Lord Buddha discovered 31 types of loka into the body itself and in the universe too. The loka means heaven and hell of divine and non-divine. The same thing is told by Lord Mahavira too. But the science and education of the modern era has made the human being faithless, judging all the things by means of science. The main reason of the misery is faithlessness in such a thing which is out of reach of human sensory organs. Faith in the non-existence which is responsible indirectly for all the existence. As per Buddhism, it is called Nibbana. As per Jainism, it is called Keval Jnana. Whatever things into the boundary of changings are cheap things. They might be God or soul too. Each and everything here is impermanent except the non-existence and the doctrine of the changing. Even the might be cosmic body too is bound to be changed. Once it will too down into dust to come up again. Fear of unknown. With developing of the sense of touch and ear, one thing also starts developing, and that is the fear of unknown. The fear of unknown is a fear of death, a fear of changing, a fear of insecurity, a fear of transformation as well. This fear of unknown is great ignorance and illusion of the existence, which seems to be true due to the habit pattern of mind. This habit pattern of mind is creation of motion and the time factor. Because of the ignorance and illusion of being something, the fear of unknown develops in a life holder. This fear of unknown gives birth to a strong impulse to be assembled, to be more mightier and powerful. This way, each molecule starts gathering in a mass to sustain, protect and attack effectively. We can see this thing in our social pattern too. Everybody here in society is a member of a group or an assembly or a sect which he wants to be increased. The ignorance and illusion to be something results into fear of unknown. The fear of unknown results into be more and more massive. This is not proper way to sustain, but the way of extinction. This way, finally, the world will be separated into two for the final war. Essence of the subject. The entire world is mere a process of becoming something to nothing and nothing to the something. For the non-existence, there is nothing like existence, it is a great untruth only. For the existence, there is nothing like non-existence, it is a great untruth only. The whole existence is condensed form of the non-existence. The magnetism and motion causes for the rotation, and the rotation causes for the revolution of matter. Main intention of the all something and to be something was survival only, but the time and adversity converted the intention into the intention of the protection, attack and better survival. Non-existence is omnipresent, omniscient and omnipotent, endless and originless. When the existence, I mean the something, is a result of effort and process. In fact, the something is an illusion because it is a process only. In other words, there is nothing like a is, because the is itself is passing on and on. Sitting on the motion, one cannot be sure enough about the motion of other matter. Here everything is moving, and when the motion of two matters steps with each other, the both misunderstand each other to be stable. There is no lack of life and lack of I anywhere other than the non-existence having ultra-living. The gigantic cosmic body might inhale, exhale and move too in the average span of time. Whatever we say I into our body, that also is changing, but because extreme motion of the I, it looks stable. There are only two things non-changing. One is non-existence and other is the principle of the changing. The motion and the time causes for our habit pattern of mind. The time is imaginary unit to measure movement. The all livings are separated into two, living and ultra-living, active living and passive living. Life of a man comes under the living when the life of a stone comes under the ultra-living. The ultra-living is anti-living and passive living too. A stone cannot move, but it compels the human mind to be moved itself. It attracts the man. It generates an impulse into a man to be moved itself. This thing can be seen in the attraction between a man and woman too. A woman concerns with ultra-living, passive living, when a man concerns with active living. All the something is being engulfed by the nothing, the non-entity. Likewise, this something also is engulfing other something. A starvation prevails everywhere. In the religion's terminology, the salvation means to take birth and die willingly, where all the sense of I dissolves into nothing. The sense of I itself is a false existence, which transforms into non-existence in the state of salvation. But surprisingly, people are spreading their sense of I by gathering people around themselves, by becoming a part of such gathering. When followers of a sect talks with other sectarian, he doesn't feel himself alone, but he feels themselves as a representative of a mass. So he seems to be very enthusiastic, but this is very fake enthusiasm of widespread sense of I. When two sectarians backbite each other, two groups of sect are backbiting each other. The both believe themselves very powerful, having the support of mass. That's why a religious master, if he has followers, seems very calm and cool, because he is very confident on his followers that they will handle all the adversities. All the existence, including human body, remains as an existence because it is constantly pressurized by the non-existence. A myth remains only myth unless and until it is proved as truth by the science. As the quality of love spreads, the feeling of my spreads too, and the feeling of my is widespread form of feeling of I. This way, the love concerns lot with the cosmic celestial body. Having the quality of love spread, one can reach to the cosmic body. So increase the quality of love and do not be a direct part of any crowd or mass, an association, an assembly is a dormant form of a crowd.